In today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to do the color block baby panels. Hey, you don't have to sew in this. I'm going to show you a technique to prevent you from sewing, and it looks amazing on both sides, and I haven't had to use a darning needle. Let's get started now. In today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to do the Bernat, and this is the color block panels blanket. Now in the original it says that you have to sew your squares together. I'm gonna tell you today you don't need to. I'm gonna show you a technique to in order to make it more successful. We're gonna be using Bernat Little Tots today, and I am using a free pattern. I'll provide that information in the more information of this video. You can click that and you can see that this is where all of the blocks go together. In today's tutorial I'm going to show you, and we're gonna start off with this down right in the bottom, and then we're going to build on top of what you already see, and I'm going to be showing you techniques in order for you to be able to realize what you're doing. So today it's actually really simple. You will find this pattern will go extremely quickly, because the fact is that it looks complicated, but in actual fact it's so simple to follow. So let's begin, and I'll show you some techniques now. So the first biggest difference between what you see on the screen versus what you will see on the actual pattern is that in the pattern what's gonna happen is that it's gonna ask you to make long panels, and the panels are actually done in a length. So all of this whole thing up here is one panel, and then basically you sew them together. Now what I found with myself, and this is myself being a little bit kind of like you in many ways, is that it's hard to find a color that you can match in order to go up. So if I change this to purple up here, if I'm going to use yellow to attach, then you're going to see the yellow, and etc., and it's really hard to tell. So today's technique, I'm going to show you how to build on each block as you go. So what we're going to just start off with is one block, and then I'm gonna show you how to join your other blocks together. So you can either do a long panel just like it's showing you in the pattern, or you can do block by block and just make it a lot more interesting and not have to worry about sewing anything together at the end. So let's begin to do that now. So let's begin our first block. So you have no blocks yet done, and I'm not gonna do it like a big panel. I'm gonna do individual blocks. So we're going to start off with this, and we're gonna start off by chaining 21. Remember, the one on the hook never counts as one. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 and 21. So what I want to show you on these blocks here, now that I have that done, is that you will notice that there is 2 double crochets that worked. Oh, this is upside down. Yeah, no it's not. So basically you have 2 double crochets that are working together, but on the edges that you have 1 double crochet standing alone, and you'll have 1 double crochet standing alone, but in the middles they're all in groups of 2. And if you can see that pattern, it actually makes a lot of sense. So what we want to do here is that we want to go back to the pattern here, and it says that we need to double crochet twice into the 5th chain. So we're gonna count back. So 1 2 3 4 and 5, and I'm gonna turn this chain over so that I get the back hump only, and I'm gonna double crochet into that twice. So by doing the jump so far like I did, it is actually counting as a double crochet right in the very beginning, and a chain 1 space right in the bottom here. So what we're going to do then is that we're gonna skip the next one and go to the second one over and put in 2 double crochets. Just like this. Okay, we're gonna skip the next one and go to the second one over for another 2 double crochets. This is how easy this pattern is. Okay, we're gonna skip the next one and go to the second one over for 2 double crochets. Okay, we're gonna skip the next one, go to the second over, 2 double crochets again. This yarn is exceptionally soft. I love the color transition of this yarn. So we got skip 1, go to the second over, and we're doing this all the way across except for the very final. Okay, skip 1, go to the second one over. Skip 1, go to the second over. Okay, so now I'm running out of stitches, so I'm gonna skip one and I'm going to the last one and I'm just gonna put in a double crochet, just one by itself. And so this is the other side of the edge. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You have the groups of 2 right in the center, except for the very final you have the chains, or you have the double crochets standing by themselves. To turn around, all you just have to do is just turn your work and then just chain 3. 1, 2, 3. That counts as your first double crochet, which matches this one, and then we're simply in between the spaces of where the double crochets are together, right in there we're gonna put in 2 double crochet. Okay, so right into the space itself. So just pull it apart, these 2 double crochets that are together, go right into the space in between and just put in 2 double crochets. And this is how this whole project works. That's how simple it is. So we're just gonna pull it apart. Here's your next 2 double crochets grouped together, and you're just gonna go right in between with 2 double crochets sitting on top of it. Isn't that easy? That's easy. So we're just gonna continue that same pattern all the way across. So here's the thing, you can make your blocks in any height that you wish in order to make it work. So if you like to do a square, just get it pretty close to, because the way the technique I'm going to show you is that I'm gonna show you how to cheat the system, so you can actually really you know, make it really customized for you. Maybe you would like to have rectangles instead of squares. That's up to you. It's your creativity. You can do what you want, right? So let's just continue along. And this is the last grouping of 2, and then when you get to the end you just have to double crochet into the chain, the turn chain. Okay, so there's your next group. You can still see you have your 2 single crochets sitting on both sides, and then your groups of 2 in the middle. To begin the next one, we just simply turn the work again, 1, 2, 3, and simply just go into the next space in between the 2 double crochets and fill it in with 2 double crochets. Okay, so it's almost feels like a granny square in some way, that you're just going into chain spaces, but because of this you can actually watch TV pretty easily, because you just have to go in between the chain the spaces of the double crochets. So you're gonna get to the size block that you want. You can see the pattern, it says to repeat it 8 times for the second row. So then basically you will have, I think, when we look at it here, what did we have here? So I got it pretty close to square. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I did 10 on mine, but you can do 8. You can do whatever you want. You can do much bigger if you wanted, even taller. It's up to you. But I'm going to show you in the next part of this. Let me just finish this row. In the next part of this, I'm going to show you how to join it to another neighbor. So I'm going to join it from the top of the square, and then I'm going to join it from the side of the square as well, if you would like to play with that concept in order to avoid the darning needle. Okay, so you're just gonna finish off, remember, double crochet into that final chain. And so basically you'll get to the size block that you want. So let me move up and I'm gonna show you how to join it to a neighbor. Okay, the first thing I wanted to do is that I put a stitch marker on the front side of this, so I knew that this is an actual square that is on the one side. I would figure to myself is that once I get big enough, I might actually get confused on what side I'm working on, especially if you start getting into rectangles and stuff. So I wanted to make sure that this represents the bottom of the afghan, and it represents what side is up, so you won't see it on the other side. So the first thing that we can do is that we can start off by joining another block on top of this block here. So to do so, I'm just gonna start off with a slip knot. Okay, and what I want to do is that this here, okay, is representing, right down in the middle, is representing the single double crochet that's sitting by itself. So what I want to do is that I want to join it at that spot right there, right where it's doing the double crochet by itself. And I'm just gonna join. So joining upward is actually really easy. So you're just gonna start off by just chaining 3. So 1, 2, and 3, and we simply just fill in the space, so you can see that there's a grouping of 2 there. So we're just gonna immediately just put your single or your double crochets into the middle there. And so you will do a whole block of this whole size. just the same way that you've already done it before. So you didn't have to start off with a chain. So when you're building on top of each other, you don't have to do a chain, but when you're building beside each other, you will need to. This is when you can get really creative with your colors if you would like to really play with different ideas, and just build it as you go. Just look at your yarn stash, figure it out. Just really kind of fun and easy, right? So once you get all the way across the top of this line, you simply just double crochet into the final turning chain. And then that's where you're gonna go. So then you'll turn your work, and then you'll continue to build up this particular block on top of this existing block here. So then you eventually have a space. So this is how you would do it. Just make sure that you count the number of rows as you go up if you want to keep it in balance in order to make it work. But what I'm gonna show you next is I'm gonna show you how to join it to a neighbor on the side. So there's nothing down below, and I wanna show you how to do that because that's kind of a fun thing too. So this time I'm going to show you how to build a block that is on the side. So there's nothing to grab onto underneath, and so we're gonna have to create that. So what I want you to do is that I still have this marked on what is the front side, and I'm gonna build along the base. So you can do this. So what I would probably do if it were me is that I would kind of build kind of like I would do 1 and then 2, and then I'd probably do this one here, maybe this one, and then add another one and kind of just work it out. If I want a color scheme, just draw it out on a piece of paper. You can also use that chart that is on the pattern itself if you would like to just write in your colors that you want to do and just kind of play with the ideas. No big deal, right? So to begin this one, what we're going to do is that we're just gonna join into the side of the existing stitch. Okay, so we're just gonna join it into the side. So just right into the corner and join. Just like that. So what I want to do is that I remember we had the chain 21, so let's still do that. We're gonna chain 21. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So this now is the base of the next block. So what I want to do is come over to the 5th one. If you remember how to start, is that we come over to the 5th one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and turn that over and put in 2 double crochets into that 5th one. So basically when we're adding blocks to this, we just have to start off the same way, but we start it so that the chain is already attached to the neighbor. So we're gonna skip 1 and double crochet into the next. Okay, so we're gonna skip 1 and double crochet into the next. Okay, we're gonna skip 1, double crochet into the next. We're doing 2 double crochets, by the way, into each one of those as we go along. So you can see the groupings of 2. Skip 1 and then double crochet 2 times. Skip 1 okay, skip 1. We're getting closer. And it's how you turn around is what attaches everything together. So I still think I have, what do we have here? I still think I have 1 more left. I'm gonna count the number just to make sure I'm in balance. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got 7 groups so far, so I can see 1, I'm gonna 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, so I got my 7 in. So what I want to do is that my final in is that I want to make sure that I go into the final chain just like I had done before. The final one that we started with, and for a single crochet, or sorry, for a 1 double crochet. Okay, so this is what it looks like right now. So what I want to do this time is that I want to pull this apart, and you can kind of see the stitch work, and you see how there's a loop here that's normal. So you just want to go in that loop and just slip stitch it through there. And so basically that becomes joined up. So we want to move up because we can't just immediately start the next one. It's like we're chaining 3 to start. So what we're going to do then is that we're just gonna move up, go once around this next post for a slip stitch, and then right into the next equal layer, okay, right into the loop itself, and we're just gonna slip stitch there. And so we have just now moved ourselves up so it's 1 row. So you see this is 1 row, this is 1 row, and so we want to start the next one. So we're gonna turn our work, and we still have to maintain the balance of this particular project. So we want to 1 double crochet into the first double crochet that we started with, just like that, and then it's 2 into each one of the in between. So I'm going to, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just go back and I'm gonna show you again how to attach, and you're going to do this attaching method each and every time. It almost kind of reminds me a little bit of Tunisian on how to attach to a neighbor. Just want to keep everything in balance so all the rows stay equal in height. So 2 double crochets into each. So nothing on the other row nothing on the rows changes. It's just how you're turning around on that one edge in order to attach it as you go. So this is the final 2, and then I just finish it off with a double crochet right into the turning chain, top of the turning chain. And let's turn our work again. So we're gonna head back towards the existing square. You can see how the one row equals the other one. So you got this row here equals this row equals this one. So this row is gonna equal the third one coming up. So let's begin. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and then double crochet twice in between each one of the double crochets from the row below. I think we've done wristers in the past with this kind of stitch, or very similar to it. I like how this stitch plays with the colors of the little dots actually. So this technique will save you from sewing anything together at the end, and it will save you from choosing colors that are just not gonna blend properly, and it's better to attach as you go. So this is the final one. You can see it's the final 2 that's together in the row below. Okay, you're going to just double crochet into the next double crochet itself, and then we're going to begin the attaching. So this one here, you're at the top of this row, so you're just gonna look for this loop right here that's on the top of that same row on the other one. Okay, so you can see it's attached. Now we want to turn and go the other way, but we're not high enough yet, so we have to loop around. We have to slip stitch around this post here, and then we slip stitch through this next row on the top one there, and then we turn it. So that's a way of building up before we turn it, and then we just double crochet into the first double crochet itself, and then begin our same pattern of 2 double crochets in between each. And now you can see that this new row equals now the 4th one because we moved up the way that we did. So it's an easy way to be able to do it, and you'll have seam work that is amazing, and I just think it's a lot easier to do. So until next time, I'm Mikey on behalf of Yarnspirations as well as the crochetcrowd.com. See ya.